Hey, how's it going, everyone? Nathan checking back with another Showdown Live, and today we're going to be featuring a completely different and also completely broken Pokemon, which is going to be NAGANADEL. And when it comes to Crown Tundra DLC Pokemon that I never tried before, Blaziken was definitely one of them. Obviously, Regieleki was a new one for me, and today we're featuring NAGANADEL because I've never used it. It's been in Uber so long, and frankly, when I first saw it, I thought, okay, like its typing is really good offensively, and it seems like kind of like just a faster Hydreigon. I can see why it's balanced. However, it wasn't until I realized that the way that its Beast Boost interacts with its Timid set means that it gets a +1 to speed every time it gets a knockout. So this works similar to a Salamance's Moxie, for example, which boosts its physical attack and it gets stronger as it goes on. But NAGANADEL gets a speed boost, which is normally pretty good, like definitely a very strong ability to have. But how it works in this case specifically, with the current meta we're in, having a couple speed boosts is really useful. In fact, at this Timid set, after +1, you're now faster than Regieleki. So all of a sudden, it's almost unmatchable in terms of speed, unless you have something like a Genesect Extreme Speed to help you out there. And as I kind of point out here above in my little text box there, I've been thinking that maybe the best case, because the current meta is in a state where you got to sweep your opponent. There's too many crazy offensive mons to be able to wear them down or anything like that. You need to go for a sweep. And most people are achieving that by just throwing on a ton of sweepers, and one of them is going to get through eventually, which is fair logic. That's essentially what I did my first time. Although the second time I thought, what about just supporting a single sweeper, which in that case was Regieleki. In this case, we do NAGANADEL. And my thinking is, what if we get some really useful type immunities, right? So like we can't like do a defensive set that counters all the offensive Pokemon on this team, but we can buy some time, In Heat Ram, we get a poison and fire immunity. In Landorus, we get fighting type resistance, and we get ground type immunity, or ground type immunity and an electric immunity. Heliolisk provides Shadow Ball switch in addition to being a good water type swap in. Togekiss helps with all the scary fighting types, and it adds a little bit more ground type helpfulness. Because as you can see, if the Landorus goes down, this team gets completely smoked by ground types. So that helps too. Plus, it helps with the ever-present Urshifu. But us a bit of a defogger, which is nice. And Landorus can help with our Genesect a little bit because the Rocky Helmet is something that can swap in on the Extreme Seed a little bit better. It's not going to be great, but it'll help us a little bit. And the final piece of this puzzle is Nidoking, because this team's got a lot of pivoting, mostly just Landorus and Heliolisk, but it still ends up being a lot of pivoting. And if you can get a Nidoking in right against any like kind of bulky Pokemon, it is gonna just steal your lunch money. It's insane. Its coverage is almost perfect. It seems weak. You see 85 special attack, you think that's garbage. Why would I ever do that? But as someone pointed out, like in my comments in the last video, Ice Beam hits really hard, and if you can get a free swap in on a Regieleki with it, you're gonna do some damage, right? And I've talked long enough, so I'm gonna wrap up with this last point. But I find when you stack two offensive typings, which in this case is poison, it's often a good way to clear those counters, ironically, right? Because if we go back to a team that I think is kind of famous in the Gen 5 OU ladder, which is this Kiwi team, what they did was they had two Choice Scarfers on a rain team. And how it worked would be the first Politoed would bring in these sort of water type counters, which in the Gen 5 metagame was normally like a Latios, maybe a Ferrothorn, something like that. And after it gets swapped in a couple of times, it would take Hazard Chip, it would start to get slowly worn down more and more by Ice Beams. You can just kind of mess with them. You can even run a Focus Blast on this set too and get very effective. And then by the end game, first of all, they're not expecting two of the water types to be Scarfer. They probably expect the Keldeo to be a Specs. But now it's like unmatchable. All the types, all the swap-ins that were coming in the Politoed earlier are getting worn down more and more. That's kind of my thinking with this Gen 8 OU team that we're running here. That all the things that are gonna, when you take a Nidoking in, it's gonna bring in certain poison type walls, maybe a steel type. Well, guess what? Nidoking can erase a lot of steel types between its Earth Power and Fire Blast, right? And so that's just gonna make things a little bit easier for NAGANADEL to go through at the end game. And it's really strong after a nasty plot, but again, in this metagame, you might not get the chance to do so. So I needed everything to be kind of worn down enough that I can just go for a straight sweep right away with all these moves without needing a boost. So all that's a long way to say that I'm optimistic for this team. I've been having a little bit of success with it on the ladder myself. And I'm kind of nervous because we are really close to top 500 on this account. I never expected that to happen with this backup account on the new DLC, where, as I say, I normally get smoked when new metas come out. But we're really close. So if we have a good live with this, I feel pretty optimistic. And we're going to see a very, very scary team from our opponent here to start out. Frankly, I would be not shocked if any of them came out. Zygarde would surprise me a little bit because it's more of a setup sweeper. But if any of the other five made an appearance, I would not be remotely surprised. So Lander seems good right at the gates for these two. I would definitely swap around the Genesect to be sure, because the Ice Beam would scare me. Same goes for Dragapult to be worried about a Draco Meteor. And Urshifu, I would go straight to my Togekiss, which seems fine. And I get rocks up versus probably the Zygarde. It would be able to hit us with 1,000 arrows, but we'd be able to tank that with our defense investment. So that's not bad. Naganadel is good. I'm not sure about the Victini, right? Because Victinis are often scarfed, you know. Landers could be scarf and could smoke us though, so I'm actually not even going to risk that at all. Same goes for Dragapult. I know Scarf Dragapult has definitely seen a resurgence in itself. Nidoking is going to be really slow in this matchup. It's going to be difficult unless I get some like an opponent choice locked into something for it to do much, so that's too bad. Again, it really does best against those sort of bulky cores. Heliolisk is our Scarfer here, and again, that ground type is going to be annoying, but its Surf helps, but not if it's got a secondary Dragon typing, so Hyper Voice I guess might be the go-to in that situation. It's actually not bad as a lead matchup, because if we got Landorus, I'd be tempted to Surf, but then it could be a Sash Landorus, so I guess not even there. And then Togekiss, not bad. It'd be pretty bad versus Genesect, but not bad versus everything else. I guess I wouldn't really want you to Shadow Ball with Dragapult or much from Victini. I guess we do Landorus because I think it's the most, it covers the most likely lead opportunities, and we have a good swap in for everything here. So I think Heat Rain's the play. It's gonna eat the Ice Beam as good as anything can, if they do have it. If it's extreme speed, we're fine, and if they U-turn, that's fine too. So that tells me that they don't have Ice Beam, which is very useful for the future. Zygarde's gonna make an appearance, and now here's the question: is there any play to be made besides Togekiss or Landorus? Probably not. If they set up though, I don't like Togekiss very much. I'd rather have the more defensively invested Landorus here, drop their attack a little bit. We might see a Coil, we might see a Dragon Dance. Okay, they're gonna just substitute. Let's Earthquake. They might Coil. I don't know if we do about a long-term Coil set. Glare hurts us, especially if we get full parrot on the first turn, but it's helpful that we're not like a Scarf set or something like that. Okay, they're gonna Dragon Dance, we get a second full para. This might be a loss if we do, if this keeps happening, because we don't have a lot for this right now. I don't know who I would swap. What do we do now? Okay, I gotta get rid of this. You gotta give me at least one full para. 3 full paras to start is really rough. Okay, now I could go to my Nidoking on a sack. If they hit us here, that would really suck, but that's fine. If we get a second one off, and I don't know how much damage this is gonna do, but we gotta hope for no more full paras at this point. Do I go for another sack now? I think I might have to. Togekiss we really need for their Shifu. Heliolisk we really need for a lot. Frankly, I think at this point we're just kind of banking on a Naganadel sweep to sort of take us home. So let's do Heliolisk, I guess, is our next sack here. Uh-oh, that's bad. Well, that's not the end of the... No, they're faster than us because the Surf is not going to do anything. Well, I guess we lose. Right when the Elo was so critical. Dang it. If I can break this Sash... No, there's no way. There's actually 0 win con. That's, you know, that happens. That happens. We're a little bit weak to that Pokemon in general. And actually a big concern for us is definitely going to be your Shifu Rapid Strike. Because while we have the tools to beat it, we have a 4 times fighting resist here. We have a water immunity here. If they play around us and play smart, we could absolutely get totaled by a good Urshifu Rapid Strike. But let's shake off that loss and get right next to the next one here. Honestly, Nidoking seems decent at lead right now. We would do great versus Heatran. I don't think Dragonite would make an appearance, but we do great there. Raikou, I think we eat a Scald and we would KO in return with Earth Power. Genesect, I'm not sure. Sorry, Naganadel, I'm not sure. And that's actually another reason that why Heatran's useful here. It doesn't have an immunity to Naganadel per se, but it essentially completely walls it. It's a Spadef set, so Draco Meteor isn't doing much, and it's immune to the Fire Blast and Sludge Bomb. So Heatran is super useful for that matchup. And I think, yeah, I think that Nidoking's the play here. Genesect makes an appearance, and I think we live in Ice Beam. I think, well, it's special attack boost. We're in the second match, and I'm only now going to the calc, so I'll tell myself that that's okay there. Genesect, if it's the Scarf set, let's say, and we'll give it a +1 to special attack. Oh, it's totally knocking it out. I didn't know that. I lived one earlier, but I wonder what the circumstances of that were. Okay, well, Heatran's gonna be fine. If they U-turn again, that tells me they don't have it. Okay, that means they don't have it. We're playing off our back foot a little bit, but that intel's super useful. That means that Nidoking is a good matchup for Genesect in the future, and this is actually a great matchup for it in general, you know? Depending on the speed tier, it can hit a lot. It's too bad. I really wanted to make the Nidoking timid, but modest. I think that little bit of power is super useful. Boy, do I want to Toxic this freaking thing, you know? Oh, I would love to Toxic this on a Dragon Dance. I really, really want to. It's such a risky play. Landorus is going to be like a 2-hit KO range. Yeah, I think Landorus is the safer play. Okay, they go to Tapu Lele. I'm not sure if that's a double switch. We're going to go right back out to Heatran. I don't think we really fear much from this Tapu Lele. They Psychic us. Okay, do we go for the Toxic? Do we go for the Magma Storm? I'm not going to get caught by stupid terrain BS this time. Mark my words. I think I'm going to Earth Power. I think we have investment just so that we can beat Spadef Heatran. And if I'm my opponent, that's my safest bet, right? I don't want to need a Toxic on anything else. They're going to stay in. That's rough. Let's Protect, because we have leftovers. They do not. If I'd done a Magma Storm, that would have been really, really great. But that's not the end of the world. This thing's really important to us, though, so I don't want to be throwing it out too early. We don't have a swap in, though. So I guess a Magma Storm here. Please hit. Nice. Okay, this thing is, I think, dead after this turn. So that worked out okay. Now I'm much more concerned about Naganadel, of course, but we might be able to get back up to normal with a couple of key protects. Raikou makes an appearance. I think Scald's in the books. If they Volt Switch here, not the end of the world. Okay, we get that right. That's big. Now do I Volt Switch? Do I Hyper Voice? What's the play? I think I Volt Switch. Okay, we get the Heatran. I guess that's a free Landorus here. Yeah, I think I might just go Lando and Rocks. If I ate Magma Storm, that would suck, but not be the end of the world. I think I just get Rocks up here. If they stay in and Magma Storm, would be a bit brutal. Toxic, I don't care about as much. Obviously, we're immune to Earth Power, and the fact that these things can't get Ice Beam is big. Okay, they Magma Storm. Now we're trapped. I'm actually so expecting a switch to Dragonite here. Yeah, we get that. They're boots, of course, but we break the multi-scale, which is super nice. And now we can go to our Naganadel and threaten an Oko, which would absolutely bait in the Heatran. What do Dragonites run nowadays is the question. What do Dragonites run? Is the fourth move Fire Punch? Like, because Nidoking would be fine as long as they're not running Earthquake. Let's try Nidoking here, you know? Because if they go to Heatran, then we're fine afterwards. I'm gonna Ice Beam because it's gonna hit everything pretty hard. We should be fine versus Genesect. Oh, they're just gonna sack the Dragonite. Awesome. Big, very big, very big. So now we're gonna see the Genesect arrive. They just U-turned on us last time. Maybe they're just gonna surprise me right here with an Ice Beam, but my suspicion is that they don't got it. Yeah. And then if they go Heatran and I Earth Power the next turn. Yeah, that's fine. Are you gonna swap around me? Even then, like, none of their Pokemon eat this Earth Power very well. Yeah, this is Nidoking is popping off. This is insane. I think I go straight to Heatran here. I don't think I die to a Draco Meteor. Great. I can Protect now. Oh, they get the Protect out. That was super obvious. I completely autopiloted. Okay. I don't want to lose to Naganadel here. That would be so sucky. Well, the last one did 28. Do we go for a double Protect? Is that the play? I think I'm going to make a risky play. I'm going to Togekiss on the Dragon move. And then go to Naganadel on the Poison move. Or go to Heatran on the Poison move. Oh, they got us. That's too bad. Oh, its special attack is lowered. So its speed is high. Its speed is definitely high. But do we fear anything with Nidoking? That's actually a good question. Is this the GOAT Nidoking live? Is this where it happens? Is this where it goes down? So at -1 special attack, and our average Nidoking completely lives. Let's go Nidoking. I'll Earth Power here, because Genesect, again, we don't really fear, again, unless they have been keeping that Ice Beam in the back the whole time, we don't fear it. And this Earth Power claims a kill otherwise. Yeah, Raikou, see you later, Raikou. Maybe that'll invite in Naganadel again. What's it at when it's at full? It should Oko us. I think I actually Earth Power, because if it's lowered in its special attack, then can I go my own Naganadel? Is that speed type? No, because it'll be slower. It's Life Orb, because then I could probably Revenge Kill with Heliolisk and not die in return. I think that makes sense. Yeah, I think we lose this, And then we keep our own Naganadel for the Genesect and hope we don't get... Yeah, if they don't have Ice Beam, then Naganadel's pretty free versus the Genesect too. Plus we have a Landorus to reduce its attack if it's extreme speed. Okay, I think this is the play. I think this is the play. So we let this thing go. And my biggest fear was like, I think going to Togekiss would be a fine play there otherwise. My biggest fear was them making over prediction in Sludge Wave. And I had to do Nidoking in case they made that over prediction. So now we go this. Now we get off a big bad Hyper Voice. They should be going to their Genesect here. In which case I sack my Heliolisk to it. Oh, they're just gonna let the Naganadel go. That's great. Okay, that's even better. Great. The Genesect can't really set up on us, so I'm just down to let this thing go. It does have Ice Beam the whole time. What a psycho. Oh my gosh. Okay, they just U-turned on our Nidoking twice with the boosted special attack. That's insane. Okay, at least they didn't get the boosted special attack here. I guess I go Togekiss and I Air Slash first. I think we live 1 if it's not plus special attack. We live 2. Ooh. I think Togekiss is gonna take us home. Great. Oh, they get the roll. They get the roll. Well, it's just down to whether Naganadel lives 1 at this range. I'll throw out Landorus just, I don't know why. Just because. It's all on you, Naganadel, plus it's got to hit the Fire Blast. Draco Meteor's killing from this range, and it's more accurate, so that's the play. Don't miss and don't die. Yes! Yes! Hit! Oh, let's go. We faint, but we win, right? Okay, good. Okay, we can get 1 more, because that first game was brief to say the least. We're not talking about the first game though. That's fine. Okay, take us home. Take us home with 1 more Naganadel. Nidoking popped off that game. You simply cannot say that he didn't pop off this game. I think I played this person while I was messing around earlier, and they completely cleaned my clock. So we're going for revenge. I love this lead versus Rabombi because it's the only way to kill it in 1 turn, assuming we hit, which we do, because the Magma Storm's going to finish it off. Our team doesn't love the webs. Obviously, our own Naganadel hates it, but everything else is fine because we're not trying to hit too many speed tiers. Landorus, I want to protect and just scout its move, but I think I'm afraid of them setting up. And our Heliolisk would normally be faster, but this web is going to be problematic. Do I go Togekiss and just defog? They don't have any anti-defog threats. I want this Heat Rain because I think we live a close combat from a lot of Pheromosa ranges. But I need Togekiss for Urshifu. Oh, this is annoying. I need Heliolisk for Spectrier. Naganadel, I need this Heat Rain for that too. I guess Nidoking is the expendable one here. That's so sad. Oh, do I have to sack Nidoking? Or I could risk a Landorus on a rock move. What are they gonna click here? They go for their own rocks. Okay. That's okay. Their attack's lowered. I think I U-turn. Well, who do they swap to on a Stone Edge here, right? Pheromosa? I'm gonna U-turn. Okay, I'm glad I did. Because that actually gets me Togekiss in for free, because we don't really fear anything from Urshifu. Even a Poison Jab isn't the end of the world here. Then we're gonna defog off. Great. Okay, that worked out so nicely. They U-turn. Great. We get off these webs, and now our Heliolisk and Naganadel are back to being super threatening. That's a relief. If they had a Defiant user, I'd be a little bit more scared, but that's okay. Do I just want to Air Slash on this disrespectful fool? Because I know they're going for rocks. I know you're going for rocks. Oh, even more disrespectful. No. I don't want to eat this rock move, however, so Stone Edge. So go back to Landorus. Landorus is not like super important, you know. Let's get up our own rocks. We're gonna trade here. Rocks aren't the greatest, but I'm not fretting about it. Okay, they're just gonna keep hitting, huh? I want to go to Heatran right here too, just as like a what up. But I can't possibly risk that. Landorus is gonna survive. Let's hope we hit this one. Yeah, I'm okay for a trade here because again, our team is so ground weak, right? Togekiss, I don't want to be taking too many hits anyways because it's so super important as an Urshifu counter. Okay, if this thing sets up, what do I do? I guess I'll U-turn right now because I don't love any swapping for it. They get the speed boost, and again, I think, especially if they're running Ice Beam, I'm pretty sure Heatran survives. I'm pretty sure. Well, what else? What other options do I have? I could go to Nidoking. 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 Pheromosa. And if the Ice Beam set, we do get knocked out. Likely. Well, almost certainly after rocks. Sadly, I think Heat Rays aren't play. It makes us a little bit more weak to Naganadel. But as we just learned last game, I think Nidoking can probably handle that responsibility if it comes down to it. Plus Magma Storm. I think we live a close combat. I think. I'm not certain. Maybe that Rocks chip was the difference. Maybe I should protect first to get back that chip, but I don't want it to swap to anything for free. So we're betting a lot on this Magma Storm. Plus it could miss. It could so easily miss. Even a Toxic won't help us because it would do enough damage by that point to kind of KO us. A Drill Run. Oh no, that's some new tech. I don't even know if it's... what was it? Was it leftovers? I got Rocks up. And then Pheromosa came in. Oh, it could be Boots. Interesting. Okay, I'm terrified now. I am completely terrified. Nidoking's bad. This thing might just 6-0 us. Right? Because Naganadel probably gets hit really hard by Drill Run. Same goes for Nidoking. Even Ice Beam is going to Oko Nidoking. Helios gets Drill Runned. Wow. That's upsetting. Well, I might have to end it there. Maybe Nidoking was the better play at that point. But let's go for a Fire Blast and hope, like if we get this Fire Blast off and we somehow live, I think we're in a winning position. But that's rough. Wow. Drill Run Pheromosa 6-0's the squad. Okay, so it's a kind of, our two losses are devastating. We can't pretend these weren't two devastating losses. But two fun wins. Hold on. Nidoking. Oh, I could have gone to you first, Nidoking. Oh no. Okay. We still have the Togekiss for the Urshifu. Naganadel does it. There's no way Naganadel doesn't do it right now. No, this is all moot. I think I need like a... It should kill me right now, but even so, I think I need a Hyper Voice crit. Okay, that's too bad. If I went to Nidoking first, maybe even then I'd have to swap around this Naganadel. I don't know if it would have even made a difference if I went to Nidoking first. It was almost GG as soon as I lost the Heat Ran for the opponent Naganadel, which is crazy. That just shows you how like important the different pieces are in this team. But anyways, fun live. I hope you guys enjoyed the team. I'll be sure to post it in the description. It's kind of a fun, again, you have to play a little bit more carefully, right? You can't just throw stuff out there and just start blasting. You have to play a little bit more carefully. You have to kind of use these crucial immunities to kind of get opportunities to get in. But it's a lot of fun, and Naganadel is a really insane sweeper, as we're about to see. You know, we're on the other side. I included a Naganadel counter measure, and we're still gonna get completely 6-0'd by it. Like literally, well, no, Pheromosa did it, but still. Pheromosa, I guess, is a weak point for this team. Maybe I could do some editing to make this team less weak to Pheromosa, but I'm not sure what I would do. Maybe more EVs on the Heat Run to live. Not a Drill Run. I think a Drill Run was probably GG from the outset. But no, right on. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Stick around for the next video. I got more of these videos coming out this week. But take care. See you next time.